icy water. Hello beautiful people. This is actually the second time I'm recording this video. I recorded this video a couple days ago, and partial through the video I have no sound whatsoever. Don't know what happened, so I'm hoping that everything works just fine this second time around. Today I am bringing you a yard sale slash garage sale haul, whatever you want to call it. I went a few weeks ago to the farmer's market over to a smaller town and that I enjoy going to ever so often, Belleville, Brenham area. And so on my way to the farmer's market, I found out that they had several different yard sales. It is that time of season, so I decided to go in and take a drive through the small town. From what I see in the sign, Belleville has a population at about a little over 4,000 people. So not too small, but not too big either. But I really enjoy going to Belleville because it is a smaller town than obviously the Houston area, which is one of the top 5 biggest cities in the country. And so I enjoy going to a smaller town, and you get better deals sometimes in those smaller towns versus in the big cities. So jumping right along so I don't ramble up a storm, because y'all know I can talk. On the way to Belleville, I noticed in one of their main roads that there was a yard sale. So immediately I did end up stopping there on the way to Belleville. And I stopped there and it looked kind of promising. First thing I saw was a ton of furniture and things like that, which I wasn't really looking into, but they had a couple great pieces of furniture there. But what did catch my eye was this monkey pod. Now, this is a huge monkey pod. It's a big one. I mean, not exaggeratedly huge, but it is a big one. Usually monkey pods like this run around my thrift store between at least the smaller versions of the monkey pods. One, they're super beat up to the death of me, and they're not in great conditions, and they're a lot smaller than this, and they usually run between $2.99 to $4 or $3.99. So when I went, he had initially wanted about $3 for this monkey pod. I kept looking around and I ended up seeing this little creamer, which is, I believe it is stoneware. It is marked in the USA. I don't know if you can see that or not. Hopefully you can, or see the little glare of the US of A. And I love collecting little potteries or creamers or pitchers like this because I like to decorate with my built-ins with this. And so I thought this was super adorable, and I like to heat up my creamer when I'm making my coffee anyway. So I was like, hey, I already have one, but I was thinking maybe this would work as well. If not, I could have added it to my built-in. And so I grabbed this. I didn't know exactly how much she was gonna charge me for it, but I did end up grabbing it. And then lastly, my daughter ended up finding this pretty cool find. It is some type of metal, and look at this, super adorable. It says Golden Eagle. It looks like some type of a slot machine, and it has the little details there. I'm not sure if it'll capture it. The handle does end up working. There you go, you see? It has different little fruits and bells and whatnot. And it is originally made in Hong Kong. It still has the Hong Kong sticker. But the cool thing about this thing is that it is a pencil sharpener right there. So it is a very unique pencil sharpener. I asked him how much he wanted for everything, and he said $4 for everything, which I was fine with. So I ended up grabbing those 3 items there. And as soon as I got to Belleville, I saw this small yard sale in the front, and I did stop by. I think the homeowner, the one that was attending to the yard sale, was the daughter of the homeowner. She did have a lot of clothing pieces still with tags on them, but what did end up catching my eye was these gorgeous pillowcases. I already have them on my pillows here, and it is those type of pillowcases, and it has all the details, the trimming on the sides right here. And this is just for the standard pillowcase. Initially, she wanted $6 for this, but I was able to bring her down a little bit more, $6. So I thought these were absolutely beautiful. You can tell they were brand new and never worn or never used. So I ended up grabbing it, but I absolutely love all of the details right there on that pillowcase. Super cute, adorable. I went over to another yard sale. What I ended up finding out is that the husband of the wife who was attending it, I guess he is a veterinarian in that area, I believe. So he was selling a lot of like his veterinarian items, such as like posters of cows and horses. And in Belleville, there is a lot of cattle and ranches and things like that. So they had a lot of old saddles and other materials, books and chicken things and stuff like that. So my daughter ended up seeing this cute little chicken, and she does love her animals, and I couldn't pass it up, and I thought it would be cute in my kitchen table. And she does currently sit on my kitchen table. Apparently, this little guy right here used to be one of the loved chickens of the homeowner who was there. So she collected chickens, and so she was finally parting with this. She left this for $2 for me. And it's a fat, kind of like speckled chicken. And she sits on my kitchen table looking really cute there, and I love her. And so I got that. And she told me then that right across the street, her neighbor was also doing a yard sale. So I ended up walking across the street with my daughter, Jalisa. And so we started having some conversations. She had just purchased the home in that area and how much she loves it. And as I'm browsing and chit-chatting up a storm there, I ended up seeing this adorable necklace and bracelet set right here. And if you've seen my Instagram, you know that I have been wearing these constantly because I absolutely love them and adore them. I'm not sure if they're vintage or not, but they're in excellent condition. And they have kind of like that nugget style. And they're absolutely beautiful. And usually sometimes I use this bracelet to stack on with my other vintage thrifted bracelets that I love and adore. So I grabbed that, and I love this because this can be such a statement piece on its own. Like, you can layer it up. I've used this piece to layer up with other chains, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So I really love that. And I asked her how much she wanted for these two pieces. I thought she was gonna say about $4 to $5, but no, she said, give me $1. So I definitely ended up grabbing these for $1. When was this? Last week, we had a garage sale. I decided to take advantage that my husband was home and grandma was in town to stay with my little one so that I can sneak out and quickly scope around the yard sales in my neighborhood. I really enjoy going to yard sales more towards the countryside than I do in my neighborhood. But either way, I ended up finding a couple pieces. So I went to one yard sale and I saw this piece, and my oldest daughter, who's 21 years old, is finally trying to save a couple things so that she can buy for her hopefully new apartment coming up soon. So as a mom, I am seeking out a couple items just to help her out, and she loves the 70s vintage vibe. That's what she's going, like a boho 70s look. So gold tones, vintage tones, things like that. So I ended up seeing this little candlestick holder. And it does look like it has never been used before because it has these little things on it. And it still looks fairly new. The insides of the candlesticks are fairly clean, so that makes me believe they never even used it. And so initially I asked her, hey, how much do you want for this? So she told me $5. And I was like, I am not gonna spend $5 on this. So even though I really enjoyed it, I decided to go ahead and put this back on the table. And I did. I put it back on the table and went about my business, started looking around. And so then afterwards she comes to me and she's like, how much do you want for it? I was like, well, I'm willing to pay, $3 for it. And she was like, okay. So then I ended up spotting these adorable picture frames, and I'm gonna try to see if I can hopefully not catch too much glare. But these little picture frames are scenes in Italy from the print room of W. King Ambler, and it does have a specific number on the back right there. And I really love these because these have that vintage gold picture frame border on it, and the picture in itself looks vintage. Grab that one. She did have two other ones. So this is another scene, kind of like more in the town square, kind of looks like it's like a little square, town square. Really that vintage look. Also does have that label in the back confirming that it is scenes from Italy. And then the third one is this one right here. You guys can see and appreciate that one. So she was able to leave these for, you know, for the whole thing for $5. So I got that there. I ended up going to another yard sale. I didn't see anything as far as like home decor type of things, but then I did end up catching a couple patterns of clothing did end up catching my eye. One of them was this piece right here. And it is super long, and it's actually a caftan. But then when I looked at it, and I left it on the hanger just so that you can kind of appreciate it a little more, because I know it's kind of hard to tell what, you know, outfit pieces look like on, you know, just kind of pulling them up. And so I love the fact that it does cinch here in the waist, so you can give yourself more of some type of a shape. But then when I was looking further for the size, it is from World Market, and I love the print on it. So I decided to take it. I thought she was gonna say maybe $2 to $3, but she actually left this piece for $1. Ended up seeing this piece right here, which is kind of like a caftan-like, and I love the print on this because it looks very 70-ish. And I will include a photo because the other day I did end up wearing this and styling it, so you can get an idea as to how it looked. The sleeves are like this right here, so it's not a wide sleeve. The collar is very different, so it's more of a square collar shape here, and I really like that. But then I was looking for the sizes, and upon my inspection, this is handmade, and I really ended up loving that. Definitely you can tell the lining right there in the front collar, and it fit perfectly. It is super cool. I love the material because even in this 100+ weather that we have here in Houston, this, you know, somewhat kept me cool yet looking stylish as well. I ended up finding this kind of scarf slash, you know, probably you could use this as a head wrap. I was playing with it. I do enjoy wrapping my hair sometimes, and you know, I guess must be the native Indian in me that loves to wrap my hair, the native Taina. But so I really enjoyed this pattern because it looks absolutely gorgeous, especially when you wrap this hair. It's perfect enough and long enough where you can wrap your hair and give yourself different styles of looks, and it has that 70s style vibe. That is all that I got for the yard sales that I have been to within the last several weeks. It's not much, but I really enjoyed what I got so far. And so if you haven't subscribed yet, I do videos like this where I do thrifting, yard sailing, a little bit of lifestyle and DIY, and sometimes a little vlog here and there. If that's what you enjoy, I would hope you would stick around and subscribe. Leave me a comment below what your favorite find was. And if you are enjoying these types of videos, I would hope that you would give me a thumbs up so that I can continue to bring you content like this. Not only that, but leave me in the comment section below what other videos you would be interested in seeing from me. More thrifting? Do you like hauls? Do you like try-on hauls? Do you want recipes, Puerto Rican recipes? I can bring any of those to you if you enjoy that. So let me know in the comment section below so that I can bring you the content that you are enjoying. And I will see you guys in the next video.